Hello everyone, Sarat here, and welcome to a new Let's Play of, well, it's pretty obvious from everything that this is Final Fantasy Adventure, which, if you watched me play the Final Fantasy Legends series, again, this is not actually a Final Fantasy game. This is a game in a series that came to be known as Mana. And the most immediate sequels you can think of when you think of this, one is not actually a sequel to the main line, it's kind of like a side story, but you have Secret of Mana on the SNES and Super Famicom, and then you have Secret of Evermore. Secret of Evermore, not really a true Mana game, but they just basically took the engine they used in Secret of Mana and teleported it over, basically. But this is a game that I played 3-ish decades ago. Had a lot of fun with. Thought I would revisit it on the channel. And I brought along some company for this little ride. If my throat would stop going up. Thank you very much.
It's me, Mage. What's up?
So yeah, Mage also has a history with this game.
I will preface this by saying that I've never beaten this game. I played it. It wasn't my first Game Boy game. That was actually Super Mario Land 1, which Sarat has also played. But I never beat it. Because I got stuck somewhere. I don't even remember where I got stuck.
There are plenty of places here to get stuck. As we will see.
I have beaten Secret of Mana. It's one of my favorite games on the SNES. And I have played Secret of Evermore. That's another one I never beat, because I remember where I got stuck in that one. It was one of the dog levels with the vents, because my TV was too dark at the time. So it was the medieval world, I remember that. But I didn't know Secret of Evermore was considered technically a Mana game, because it doesn't have the core elements.
Yeah, it doesn't have, it's basically a Mana game in kind of name only. Like I said, it's not technically a Mana game, but it uses the engine, basically.
Yeah, it used the engine, but I never considered it a Mana game. I considered it its own thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a side story. That's all it is. It's as much a Mana game as Snake's Revenge is a Metal Gear Solid game. And if you understand that reference, you get an internet cookie. Anyway.
What's scary is I do, and that's because of a YouTuber, Aqualung Gaming.
I don't think I've seen them.
Check them out, they're actually really good.
But anyway, so let's dig into Final Fantasy Adventure here.
Wait, it's actually Aqualung Game Reviews, not gaming, but he basically shows you the whole game.
But the tree of Mana grows with the energy of will from each and everything of this world. It grows high above the clouds, in the air on top of Mount Eleusia. It could scroll a little faster. Legend tells that it gives eternal power to the one who touched it. Dark Lord was trying to find the way to the Tree of Mana to get the mighty power to conquer the world.
Why does this feel like Zelda and the Triforce?
It ain't the only thing that feels like Zelda.
Our name is Boy! Sorry.
Unfortunately, you only get 4 letters. And also, the thing is, the cursor scrolls really, really fast. And this will be a problem even later when you're trying to navigate menus. So we start here. There's no explanation except now fight. And if you haven't read the instruction book, you have no idea what your attacks do. He looks mean, don't he?
Is he a cat?
He's a tiger man or something like that. I can't remember what he's actually called. But I can remember he doesn't do anything but this. This is his entire movement pattern right here.
He's dancing.
Yep. He's almost dancing in time to the music.
Oh, that's crazy.
So if you stand right here, you can smack him a couple of times as he dances on by you. You don't want to smack him when he's literally on top of you, because he explodes, and that explosion can actually hurt you.
Surat was a fighter in the Empire of Glaive. Why would you call your empire Glaive? That's like a blade of some kind, if I remember correctly. Surat and his friends were... So he was a gladiator, not a fighter.
Yep.
Oh my god.
He's a gladiator. He is a gladiator. One of many.
For the dark...
And... Yeah, I'm assuming that these gladiators were not here by choice, because they're not surviving very well.
And also empire, that usually indicates in these games, oh, you know, this...
And we know someone named Willie, who is apparently about to die.
Alas, poor Willie, we didn't know you at all.
Basically. The Gimmonites? Who the hell are the Gimmonites?
I was the Geminites.
Could be Gemma. And
Well,
see,
the reason I say...
our reaction is like, huh? See Bogart
Wait,
at the falls.
Is his first name Henry? Humphrey? The thing is that there was a character in Secret of Mana called Gemma with a J. That's why I played
that's fair.
Mana before this, so I kind of like played them backwards in a sense.
It's like,
Gemma, Mana, what the fuck are they? And of course you die before you can tell us. Willie passed away. For a Game Boy game, that's pretty intense.
unfortunately, it doesn't have multiple dialogues for this.
Quick, focus a corpse! Squishy! Why is it making a sound?
It's apparently automatically blocking my attack.
It's a body! I would assume so!
The entrance for the monsters leads outside. So if we can get back in the arena, we can get out of here, yes. Take your chance. Sounds like one of those I mean, this is going to sound racist, but no, they literally develop most of the software. One of the Chinese really bad gotcha games that you get on mobile phones these days.
Yeah, or a Russian one. The Russians do it a lot too.
I don't see much from Russia. I see a lot from China.
For some reason, I get all the Russian ones.
Look at this. Willie's death is already known about. He literally just died. Nobody made this as an announcement.
They probably all heard the conversation and heard him go, bleh.
And just things you can do. You can sit here, and if the walls are interactable, at least this is what I'm remembering, they will make a sound when you swing your sword at them.
Does that mean Willie's corpse was interactable?
Possibly, but we don't have any items to interact with.
Come here, Strice. You're ready to cause more havoc.
Oh look, we're back in the monster arena. where we fight the same damn thing.
Right, get out of the game.
Who acts exactly like he did last time. We do not get experience for this, by the way.
Which is dumb. We don't get gold either, apparently.
Nope. I mean, we have 50 gold.
Yeah, that's it. Also, Stripes is rooting for the tiger.
Whee! Oh, we could have jumped.
From that high? Why?
We're anime. We'll be fine.
Yeah, which anime? We're not Dragon Ball Z.
We're the protagonists. We'll be perfectly fine. So we can't go back in the front door.
Well, I would hope not.
Huh, waterfall.
Can we not jump down the waterfall? This is not, Grandia 3, and this is not Malcolm's Revenge.
Nope, not yet.
We don't have life insurance.
Oh good, we found the Dark Lord and Julius is kind of like the captain of the guards. Oh good, we've walked right into them.
Thing.
He kinda has Kane's sprite from Final Fantasy 2/4. Little bit.
Well, there, that's the Final Fantasy tie-in, folks.
Yep. But yeah, the mana tree above the falls. I mean, you're a Dark Lord. Don't you have, like, a big ladder?
Something tells me there's... Something tells me ladders have been tried and it failed. Ow, strikes with those paws.
He has lackeys to keep trying. But apparently there is a girl we need to find, or they need to find, that has a key to the shrine, else they just can't get in.
Yeah, I might want to get that first before you try the big ladder. Also, does this mean yours Julius look... What the fuck did he just do?
He teleported. Ah, crap, he saw us. We were standing 5 feet away. How could he see us?
We didn't hide behind a fucking tree or something. Those trees actually look they're from Mystic Quest, actually.
Yeah.
Run,
and here's a cutscene.
Oh god, we have to jump.
Uh-huh.
Well. Oh, he pushes us, I forgot. Yay! I really hope there aren't rocks at the bottom, that'll suck. Ow. Ouch.
I give that dive a 7.4. Anyway.
Out of what?
10.
Fair enough. This trip was 0 stars, would not recommend.
Yeah. So now we are actually getting to start the game. And just let's go over the basic controls here. You walk around with the D-pad. Your A button launches your whatever weapon you have. If you are standing still, you get an arc with the sword. There are other weapons, which will have different effects. But if you are walking when you swing the sword, you just stab right in front of you. The bars at the bottom, they are your hit points, which we have 19, the magic points, which we have 6, and gold, which we have 50. That bar underneath us that is slowly filling up is... the best word I can describe that is limit break. Once it fills up, you get to do a special attack with whatever weapon you're holding. And that special attack also has 2 different modes. One based on if you're moving in a direction when you activate it, and one based if you're not. So I'm just going to let it charge up so we can actually see it.
These are going to be sitting here.
We will get to see it later. But you swing the sword and your meter goes back down to 0. This is a thing you will notice that gets carried on into the other mana games. That if you don't just wildly swing, your swings get to build up power before you actually attack, before you actually use them.
Yes, I remember in Secret of Mana, you could charge your attack. And this is something I would do a lot. And in fact, the better you got with your weapon and the higher level weapon you got, the more you could charge it up until level 9. And yeah, this is something I remember because unlike this game, Mana I have more muscle memory with.
So this game, if you're standing still with the sword and you activate it in full power, you actually get a full spin. It doesn't animate very well, but it's a really hard-hitting full spin.
Kind of like the Zelda spin attack.
Yeah. However, we're going to let it charge up one more time, so when you're moving, you get something completely different.
Also, I gotta admit, I forgot how much of a pop the music is.
Yeah, they did do a good job on the music.
God, for some reason, the Game Boy is one of the most nostalgic systems for me. Even though my first system was actually a Nintendo. Actually, no, I do remember why, but I don't know if it's appropriate to tell the story or not.
See, I didn't grow that much of an attachment to the Game Boy because I didn't get to use it a whole lot. Because I didn't do a lot of traveling. So I figured, you know, I would just use my normal consoles. But when you get the bar at full... There's a walk back and forth here. You basically do a nice little charge attack there where you just launch out with the sword and hit everything in your path.
And the sword flashes.
Yep. So we walk out. And we are kinda weak at the beginning. It takes a couple of hits to take care of those guys. They will drop us some candy. Candy is just good for restoring a handful of hit points when you use it. Which I will attempt to use it right now. So when we go in here and select an item that isn't using the item, that is just equipping that item to the B button. So we try to use the item, and we use the item, and if we'd been low any hit points, we would have used it. We would have regained some hit points. Also treasure chests can be pushed around and smacked out of the way if they're blocking your path. Mine's over there. And so, a lot of you are looking at this and thinking, this looks a lot like Zelda at this point. And you're not completely wrong. There is a lot similar to Zelda. Die, you. So, as far as clearing out enemies goes, I'm jumping ahead a little bit because I can demonstrate this now. If you completely clear out a screen, that screen stays cleared out as long as you don't wander too far away from it. I think what I've read, it says as long as you stay within 3 screens of this one, it won't go away. You won't get more monsters coming back in. But if you leave one monster, it refills whatever random amount of monsters that happen to be there. You jerk.
With your little cat ears.
So see, sometimes it comes back with 3.
This is also a good way of grinding experience, because now we're actually getting gold and experience and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah. But, I am going to go grind a whole lot, overpower myself a little bit, and when we come back, I should be able to actually progress with the plot and not worry about dying every 5 seconds. Because you notice that one knife from that one enemy took about a quarter of my hit points away.
Yeah, you were up to 18, like 19, and it took away 5. So
Yep.
that's not good.
So it did kind of hurt. Granted, if you look, you can see how far you have to go. You only have to get 16 points to get to level 2. But still, that will be for next time. So until then, take care, everyone.
Bye!